Hi. Hey everybody, it's me, Madame, your favorite 50% fanboy, 50% genius indie VTuber, also known as C9X, and welcome back to our Genshin Impact. Last time we finished off our conquest of the new version, and I forgot to show that once you complete the quest, you get these stuff. I don't know what the inside reward is, but we're gonna claim these. You get 500 primo gems for completing the Archon quest, and you get this. Passes like a guard. This is a last part of the Aqua quest, but I don't know why it's like, there's two parts of the rewards. Whatever. 560 primo gems and these bunch of stuffs. I wonder if I farmed more than I needed, didn't I? Yep. I should have checked the event rewards. Sometimes like they give you enhancement materials, and now I farmed more than I needed. I only need like 40. Now I have 46. I guess I can transmute these rewards. But the problem is I don't know if upcoming characters, or like, not just upcoming characters, but like if existing characters that I don't have also needs these drops. But that's why I haven't converted them before. Actually, I believe, yep. Permanently, once you complete an Archon quest, you get these rewards. You get these per each Archon quest. Since we complete 2 in the new version, there's 2 of these. And I also forgot to show those off. This time, we're going to be doing the... Not you. Trials of the Brave Warrior event, which is ending soon. I totally did not start streaming because the game reminded me, no. Anyway, a group of expert fighters has got it in Nod-Krai's Nasha town to compete for the crown of the Technical Martial Challenge. While the competition is locked in a stalemate, the arrival of Yu and Paimon could be key to deciding a winner. And that winner is probably us. Okay. As always, grab a snack, grab a drink, ideally water, because that's what's best for you. Check your posture and hope you enjoy the stream. Actually, I think I can send Nicole. Like, if earlier I was trying to go to the table to send her, but then I forgot, so... Teehee. And it's not voiced, and Kazuha is here. It's not voiced, so we're gonna skip this. As fast as I can. Recall we first met Kazuha in like 1.7 or so, when Inazuma was about to release. A lot of characters of the next region get released in the patch before to like introduce their mechanics or just like give more lore. So we have the usual traveler, parry, and attack stuff. It's basically Elden Ring if you know, really easy Elden Ring. Let's begin. So I have 3 bosses. We have Gamaru. It's probably like before. Let's see. There are friendly test bars, spiritually recovers. I assume that's like the old gauge or something. Leader of the Shumatsuban's up-and-coming Ninken troop. Accompanied to the competition by Inspector Sumire. As a rising star of Inuzuma's martial arts scene, Gamaru once traveled to Dragonspine to train and significantly increase its strength. Why use it? If we know whatever. Going on to defeat all Ninkens and ninjas from the same cohort in the Shumatsuban's internal trials, we're sending Sai's strongest attacks for a record-breaking amount of time. His attacks embody the essence of Ninken blade work, speed and precision. Let's see. Parry. While you will not be able to use all of the skills of bursts during these duels, you will have a new ability. Parry and hone technique. While holding the parry button, you raise your weapon in a defensive stance, greatly decreasing damage taken. A successful parry of your opponent's attack also reduces their toughness. So I guess we're playing Honkai Star Rail. If you parry just as your opponent launches their attack, it will trigger perfect parry, which completely negates the damage you would have otherwise taken. And even more spirit and reduce your opponent's toughness even more when you perform a perfect parry. Let me drink some water. Successfully performing a parry accumulates spirit. That's your ult gauge. Spirit will only accumulate over time in friendly test bars. As the spirit reaches a certain amount, you can use your hone technique to significantly reduce your opponent's toughness and interrupt their current action. Toughness. In this challenge, opponents will have a special toughness, which makes it more difficult to hurt them with normal attacks. Successfully parrying an opponent's attacks or using hone technique can chip away at their toughness. Lowering an opponent's toughness to 0 will leave them in an exhausted state where they are unable to move. Powerful strike. When your opponent is in the exhausted state, Approach them and use a normal attack to perform a powerful strike, which deals a large amount of damage and reduce their max toughness. If, after a while, you don't perform a powerful strike, your opponent will exit their exhausted state and recover their toughness. So it's basically a counterattack if you think about it in like Smash terms. Opponent's skill. When your opponent is about to use a skill, their weapon will shine brightly. Perform a perfect parry against your opponent's skill to significantly reduce their toughness and accumulate a sizable amount of spirit. Are you ready? Okay. Let's perfect parry. And you can use your ult basically anytime. Like Devil May Cry. You see that flash? Just use your ult. Starting to get a hang of it. There you go. 52 seconds. I don't think it could be better. Definitely could be better because I did have some regular parries and I did dodge some. I think it's better to parry rather than dodge because you do accumulate spirit that way. Not as much as a perfect parry, but you know, it's still better than nothing. Like a cowboy duel, gunslinging duel, whatever they're called. I check my posture, just gonna not lean so far forward. I think it automatically uses your ult this time. I think. I'm not sure. That was a bit delayed for some reason. Oh, it's left click now instead of ult. Okay, that's weird. Sometimes it's left click, sometimes it's the alt button. It's weird. Okay, so you get 6 rewards, each for, well, 3 for each stage. So you have 3 conditions for your rewards. You have either completing it or defeating it. I don't know what the difference is between completing the battle and defeating the opponent. And then there is a time requirement, 400 seconds, for all the bosses. So I think you should be able to get at least 4 rewards per boss, assuming you don't mess it up too badly. Anyway, diminish 7 Arpeggio. Sure. Diminish 7 for Arpeggio would use cryo skills that apply cryo, and it also reduce the target's all speed. Sure. I guess that's like a stat name, that's why it's weird. When they hit. During the friendly test bar, okay, yeah, we know. Swordsmanship instructor working for Fatui Harbinger the Knave. Fond of playing symphonies with particular melodies while training recruits. Their moniker comes from their tendency to perform knockout blows to their students when a certain chord is played. Okay, that's like a hint, but we gotta recognize what that chord is. Rumor has it that the diminished 7 of Arpeggio and Yasut were childhood friends. I think that's another boss, or like a local legend. Were childhood friends who ever served together on the front lines. Though for some reason they parted ways some years ago. Who'd win in a fight between them has long been a hot topic among the lower ranks of Fatui. Yeah, it's not this guy. Let's begin. So they ideally don't want to get hit because every time you get hit, you get the freeze debuff, cold debuff. And that it reduces your normal attack speed. Ow. I was a bit late. I was a bit late, but I don't think I got the debuff. I missed the parry. The counterattack, I mean. There we go. Okay, next, opponents in formal trial do not hold back. Their moves and skills will be different, and they will attack with more destructive force, so they do more damage. Maybe faster, but we'll see. I don't think the dog was any different. The difference with the dog is just you don't recharge your ult. This time it might be different. Who do not have an element? I mean, okay, of course we don't, but... But yeah, her attacks are definitely different. Wait, so if you're facing against the opponent, you still get the parry. There we go. I think I need to do it one more time because I'm still learning his moves. Yeah, unless we get a perfect parry right now. Come on, come on, come on! Yes! We got it. Okay. Her patterns are a bit more complex to learn, but, you know, it's still enough time for me to learn it before the 100-second time limit was over. Next, we have Onyx Agate. Onyx Agate will use power attacks to deal a large amount of damage on hit. Soldier hailing from the famed first Grenadier Guards of Shinajinaya and Model Warrior in the 3rd Company assigned to guard the Experimental Design Bureau. He has received numerous commendations for his performance in live fire exercises and battles against monsters, and is considered to be Major Valerie Star Student. Bombardier Porchik Stepanyans confirmed Wild Hunt kills during the battle to defend the Experimental Design Bureau totaled 61. Despite having his weapon shattered, his legs broken, and being on the verge of death from his fight with the Ratcho Solnari, he nevertheless managed to crawl to his force's rallying point, thus securing his survival. What a unit. I wonder if this guy is the boss, is a local legend we meet at the top of the design bureau. He has one hit on that, if you parry it. And he missed that one. His attacks are a bit slower, so it's easier to parry against him. I guess I don't need to hold back on my stamina gauge because we don't need to move. Problem is, using my charge attack has a longer animation cycle, so it's harder for me to parry. Okay, so same thing. Probably like faster and hits harder, yada yada yada. I mean, I hope he. I don't know if I wish he would be. He'd him to be faster because like the flash for his attack and also the time when we get to parry is like perfect. That's a new attack! Yeah, he... Instead of stopping at his first attack, he now attacks like multiple times. He's gonna tell me he's gonna use his shield, and he's gonna use lightning. Sure. Okay, so I get it now. One is a toughness break. And the other is just a, whatever. One is the toughness break, and the other is just parry counter. Let me do it within the time limit. Come on, come on, come on! Yes, we got it. There we go. So that's the event, but, you know, we are not done. Last stream I wanted to do a local legend, and, you know, while we're on this event of basically fighting a local legend, so we might as well go kill that local legend I wanted to deal with. And also there's an epilogue. Get to choose the final winner. I think I should choose the hardest opponent, and that is... definitely not the pup. It's one of these two. Which one did I had a tougher time with? We finished both, you know, with like 3 or 4 seconds left. I'm gonna choose the Arpeggio. Because Arpeggio had a debuff. While Onyx Agate can give overload on us, he only uses electric once. And otherwise, his attacks are pretty predictable. So I'm going to choose Arpeggio. Her name is Budanova. There is a bit of lore for this event, but, you know, not that I really care. Right, alright. And then, right, the local legend. He is in the near region over here. There's also this area I wanted to investigate, so might as well do that as well. I don't know if we have time to finish the Temple of Space today. Hopefully we will. Maybe we just do the local legend instead of exploring this hole. Because I don't think this hole will be that important, but you know, just in case I didn't leave it untouched. So the local legend we're up against, he's actually the event boss that we... Wrong way. He's actually the event boss we see all the time. Where he has a pot, and he's basically a big healer churl. So yeah. The best... I've seen a lot of... I haven't seen much. I've read Game 8. Game 8 recommends using Lunar Crystallize, or just Geo in general, to beat the boss. I did not know that was there. I wonder if these enemies de-aggro once we get near. They do. Great. Well, one of them did. He's still looking at me. He summons a pot where he starts cooking. It's supposed to, we're supposed to use geo damage to break it, but my experience with that is that geo damage isn't that effective on it. So, you know, we'll see what happens, and, yeah. Let's prepare to do some ass whooping. As to whose ass whooping it is, then, you know, we'll see. You can tell Yellow does a crap ton of damage. Same with other local legends. Gives the pot. I think it broke the pot. I mean, that's what I thought when I first fought this boss, but apparently I didn't break the pot, and it just... He actually took the effect of the pot. There we go. We actually got him pretty easily. We got 2. We got all 3. Okay, that was, as you can tell, much easier than I expected. This is the first time I did try to attack the pot, and then, you know, I thought it broke, but turns out he ate the pot stuff. He finished cooking. So, you know, thank God we didn't extinguish the stove, because I do need it. Let's check the local legend rewards. This one. There's also a new local legend, I think, but we have to find him somewhere. So first, medal, as always, is to defeat the boss. And the second one is to... Only says deal damage. You don't have to break it. So in theory, if you have any sort of AoE, whether if it's just normal attack swings, and you should deal damage to it regardless. Maybe if you hit it fast enough, maybe if you kill it too fast without him summoning the pot, maybe you can kill it without getting this. But if you do it relatively fast, you probably hit it at least once. Then you have to kill him before he finishes cooking. So you get this regardless. And you probably would get this if you break the pot, and you also get food. That is certainly interesting. Like, that is it's a revived food. It's not bad, but, you know, it's certainly not my first choice. Yeah, I still need to kill the rest of these, local legends. These two are, the last medal are just a DPS check. What about you? Also a DPS check. No wonder I haven't finished them. Okay. But if you can do enough DPS to finish these boss, you should be able to get, not this one, this avatar frame. Now, I currently only have this one, but, you know, not a lot of people have these frames as far as I know. Like, you can see some have them. I'd say like half of the people have at least like the lowest level. And even if they do have it, they probably don't have it equipped, so. You know, it's probably more close to like 60s to 70% of people that have it, I would say. Okay. Let's do Temple of Space. Over here. We actually have some memory cores to submit. I want to know what happens. Like, is there an animation when you submit it? I don't remember. Maybe I've probably submitted them at least once. There's also a shop. Interesting. Offer. I think it's neat. I'm sure it would look absolutely spectacular if, well, we got the compass for the region. Okay. Let's see. How does it compare to the other compasses? I guess the difference is that the exterior is different. Like, all the rest have, like, 2 circles. Like, there's different, like, embroidery, and this is, for some reason, like, off-center. But... yeah, and also the... like, this chained? I don't know what it's called, but, like, it's... rectangular... cornery? I'm not gonna say the other word I was gonna say. But, yeah. For the rewards, you also get Fragile Resin, Sanctifying Unctions, more, and Premier Gems. So what do we get at the end? 10 levels? Oh, man. Right, we also get Light Sigils, that looks like. What do we... I guess it's not available yet, okay. Let's see, where do we proceed with the quest? We're here. Yeah, we should finish this first. Because that's where we left off in the stream when we were doing this area. I still have some food buffs. But I don't really have anything to use them on. I guess we'll just let it run. It's some guy, I forgot their name, it's like something ZZ. On the last stream said I have a bunch of food. Like, there could be more. There could absolutely be more. What I do is just, for example, this is your regular food, right? I'm just gonna using this as an example. You have your low quality version, you have your perfect version. Some foods also has a special dish version from a certain character. For example, this is from Jean. There's also other rarer ones, but you know, yeah, some you can only buy from shops, like these ones. You also get them from certain quests and stuff, and after a while, you just get a bunch of these. So yeah. I like to collect things in games. Not sure if you noticed. That's why I hate inventory caps in games. Like Minecraft doesn't really count because you can have extra chests. So you know and then also shulker boxes. And you can also put shulker boxes in shulker boxes. So you know, I'm fine with having an inventory cap there because you can technically expand them. Power also has something similar. You can expand your inventory slots. Then there's a weight count. But you know, those are different games. I need to go from the other side. What games do I actually hate for having an inventory cap that you can increase? I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2. You can only hold a certain amount of items, if I recall. I don't really remember. I think it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But there's certainly games that you have a limit. Like, I know Okami has an item limit of 99. Except for, like, currencies. And even if for currencies, you have your... what's the word? You have your coin purse, which, you know, it does have a cap. I don't know if praise has a cap. I'll just keep thinking about it. I don't know how much we should skip, because Temple of Space is somewhat important, but there are some not that important characters. Why did that glitch happen? He is sus. He also has a weird jog. Something feels off. The painting's so old and it's like you're right in there. Is that how something? Well, have we reached the end? I knew it. That fellow's a fake. It's another ambush. Seelie, traveler, run! The world within the painting. That reminds me of Honkai Star Rail. I wonder why. The spreading ink is a terrifying tide that can consume everything. Lingering within its reach will cause you to take continuous damage. With Dex's help, seize and unfold the paintings to construct paths that didn't expect exist before and skip the spreading ink. You can sprint now? See. Let's head another way. Oh. Since you don't have a Brawly handy, carefully that you don't get hit by big drops. Okay. But Brawly should have an umbrella. That took me first. Game. Oh. We did it in time this time. Oh. How did that hit me? I guess there's like splash damage beyond that range. But you can be too close to those circles, even if you think you are in the safe. Ah, okay, we're good. Are you going now? Am I going to heaven? It looks pretty dull for a heaven. Except for that lamp. That lamp looked nice. Yeah, okay. There's a chest here. It's like I'm in Okami again. And then we are getting teleported out. Let me move! Come on, game. Thank you. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting. Looks like things went smoothly for you guys, too. Dowsy, can you believe it? We ran into a fake Escher. You fill Dowsy in about what just happened. That must be Milanta working from behind the curtain. To him, names are nothing but a string of numbers slapped onto us when we arrive here. How did he know that Maki was a nickname that Escher's grandfather and father gave him in his childhood? But as it turned out, everyone here gets along so well that y'all call him that now. Just because we were somewhat unsettled by his paintings doesn't mean we dislike him. It's just that messing with space is a grave issue around here. That only makes Paimon wants to see his work even more. You get the chance to see it, I'm sure. Now that we've got the whole set of paintings, one stroke is all we need to connect them. All my clumsy hand to provide that finishing touch. After all, I did coach Kano on his Liu landscape paintings. He won't mind me adding a little something. Through this painting, you should be able to reach the pavilion of paintings at the center. Once you're inside, try reaching out and plucking the heavenly heart. It just occurred to me, adding feet to a dragon and dotting the eyes of a dragon are both sayings concerning dragons. But our meanings are worlds apart. They sure are. So adding feet to dragons, that saying in Chinese is usually adding feet to snakes. Where, like, historically, supposedly, two guys are in, like, a snake shrine competition. And then one guy finished early, so he got bored and he draw legs onto the snake. And he lost because that's not a snake anymore, that's a lizard, because snakes don't have legs. And the other one, about drawing eyes to dragons, it's about adding the finishing touch. So when people draw dragons for whatever reason, whether it's like it's similar to line dancing, or Wushu dancing in Genshin's world. When people draw dragons, they draw the eyes last. They usually let whoever is buying the art to draw the dragon's eyes, or like for example, if it's a school, then they let the principal or headmaster do it, whatever. They draw it last to like complete the artwork. And so the difference, one is that you're adding something not necessary. The other is adding something to make the finishing touch. Wow, are we at the Pavilion of Paintings? That's our something. I don't thought it was some kind of abstract art. Turns out it's plenty real after all. And we got a chest. And get a plucked star. How are we gonna do that? Why are there stairs on the roof? That put a smile on my face. That was like Okami when you bloom a sakura tree and you restore the area. Kano, Yoshitoshi, boss, you've all come back to life. Ah, yeah, and I never want to paint another screen again. Good to have you back, Traveler, Paimon, and our young Seelie. I owe you all a great deal. You really look like Hilda. No, there's sis there. I know. This old man's still got an eye for people. Speaking of which, Seelie, come here for a moment. Was his nickname Epstein or something? Don't think you can bribe me with your chest. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Maki anyway. Did he end up trapped in the Distant Pavilion? That's on you, Lord. Why did you lure him into the construction site anyway? We weren't excluding him or anything. We just wanted him to show the people from the Distant Pavilion how shocking the spatial distortion is. After all, they're the ones who are so obsessed with space. I think with space may break the rules around here. He's probably been forcibly exiled by Valenza by now. Oof. Astoria and Bosch. These melons. Are they ripe? Huh? Means, are you sure they're ready to eat? That doesn't matter. Say then, the two of us used to teach your sister how to draw. Melons. That's her signature. And since it's her stuff, you should be the one to keep them and take them away from this place. What do you think of this painting? How should I put it? Some people can paint on par with masters in their teenage years, and so they spent the rest of their lives searching for paintings imbued with childlike innocence. I can neither discern a masterful temper nor childlike innocence from Hilda's painting. Instead, it is tinged with sadness. Isn't the sadness conveyed by painting the fruit impressive enough? Really? Are you telling me this painting is devoid of childlike charm and doesn't look like a master's work? Talent and diligent practice are prerequisites for cultivating the spirit of a master. So, why didn't you forget what we've taught and do another painting? You guys are hilarious. I'm not doing another painting. I've experienced it once already, and I find it quite interesting. But just as a canvas, once colored, cannot return to pristine white. How could I possibly forget what I've learned? Let the mediocre piece be as it is. Is that so? So it's just a mediocre piece. And yet, she still signed her name on. Yes, when we artists take commissions, we always use secret signatures to sign our work. So she named the painting Long Live Life, and then she left. What do you think? Are you going to take her painting with you? No, let it stay where it belongs. Such paintings may become lost and destroyed in less than 100 years if brought outside. Better let it repose in eternal peace here with you. I see. And Historia. Guess I'll teleport. And she's right out here. Or he. Looks like everything's going smoothly. Mysteria, what are you doing here? Elsie told me that you had arrived at New Yang Academy, so I came along with him. How's the search going? Have you found what we were looking for this time, Zealand? I have. You tell me what it was that landed in New Yang Academy this time. This is a place of painters, after all. And to tell the truth, I haven't the foggiest what it might be. Photos from her sister's camera. A camera? I've heard people talk about such devices before. You're falling behind. Players have all heard about cameras from Zealand's sister. That's because people here focus on visual arts. It's normal that she talked to them about it. The thing that discussed most with Hilda was philosophy. Philosophy? It's hard to imagine my sister talk about this with someone as knowledgeable as you. Oh, you flatter me. We weren't going into any deeper complex debates. We were just chatting about how to look at everyday things around us. For example, the most fundamental question of philosophy is whether one should or shouldn't end it all tomorrow. Huh? Allow me to explain. In a sense, our inquiry into the world is a search for the very meaning of our existence within it. Whether we are the children seated upon the god's knees or merely echoes of the winds of inconstant time. All of that is too far removed. How can an ordinary person weigh themselves against the universe? For most, the world is no more than their own life. As in, some people only see the world from their point of view, and they think they are the main characters, and the whole world revolves around them. If we one day discover that everything is destined to return to nothingness in the far future, would our lives now still hold meaning? My response is that part of the journey is the end, but the important part is the journey. Scientists predict that in about 100 billion years, the universe... There's three possible possibilities for the universe. One of them is the heat death of the universe, where stars burn out, the first stars burn out, and everything loses energy, and entropy takes over, and life as we know it ceases to exist. Not like Thanos knows it, but like there's no sun, so no photosynthesis, and no photosynthesis means no plants, and no plants means no animals, and no animals means death. So basically the universe just freezes and goes to nothing. Or should our lives be a short sea of suffering to begin with? Then the world may be in truth be but a collection of agonies. In case there's no difference between living and not. In the latter, death might be even called a release. Paimon doesn't think that's right. Not that she knows how to argue against you, though. And what was my sister's response? Never mind that. I was the one arguing that even if life is inherently meaningless, we could still choose to live. It seems you haven't heard. I saw my sister's tombstone back at the sanatorium. Thanks for trying to save her in the end. What's written in her epitaph? One lifetime doesn't count. Is that what it says? Soka. Zealand. I can hardly believe it myself, and I wish I could say something to take your pain away. Give me some time, though. You don't have to say anything. I thought I cried the moment I saw her tombstone, but as it turned out, I was unusually calm. It would have been better if I had cried. That's not what I meant. Anyway, you'll understand later. Again, with the newer quests trying to solve something. Not solve something, but depict something bigger than life. Oh, it's at the tree. So this chest wasn't undoable before because we haven't unlocked the painting ability. Give me a sec. What was I trying to say? So yeah. If you recall, we have phantasmal pals going on about people losing innocence as they grow up. Amidst the ink-tinged misattitude archive. What else? And then we had Kale and the newest Archon quest about CPTSD. And now we have, this quest about Zeitlin and... What was her name? Hinda? Anyway, it's her older sister. About philosophy and meaning of life and probably more, while also going on about or not going on, but like divulging into the lore of the world of Genshin Impact of Teyvat. It's not kind of Blue Hat theory that we also have a fake sun in Teyvat. The actual sun is a black dwarf. That's why Meluzine's and also in Skirk's trailer, we have like a really dark sun. Dark sun, dark sun, dark sun over paradise. No one's gonna get that reference. I mean, maybe someone's gonna get that reference, but I don't think they're in the stream right now. And the reason for that is no one's in stream, if I'm correct. There's one person in the stream on both YouTube and Twitch, but I think that's Warudo. And it's not like people commented or anything. What is you? Segment Domain Keeper, Transport Type. Within the time of space, we'll see the keepers who are transporting these elemental cubes. They can only move along fixed trajectories. While in an active state, these keepers can swallow the elemental cubes. Transport Type keepers have both high altitude and low altitude modes. With Dex Hub, you can toggle between the two modes to easily retrieve the elemental cubes from various terrain. When in their low altitude mode, Transport Type keepers' movement speed increases. When Hydro Cubes, Power Cubes, and Dendro Cubes are next to each other, they will react in pairs and then dissolve. Interesting. You can use Geo Cubes or Space Cubes to separate these cubes to ensure smooth transportation. That is a bit complex. I think we will have to, like, see it for ourselves to know what they do. I assume this is Geo. It does make a bit of a beeping noise. It's like a ori? I don't know how to recreate the sound. It's like wait. Never mind. I'm just gonna give up. I'm so dumb. How would move these shrooms here? Okay. So I guess there's probably another one over here to be placed. Do we get wood from here? We don't get wood. Okay. Right. There's a core somewhere around here. Forgot what they're called. That gave me pine wood though. Sure. The very first print of the Steam Bird. Interesting. Right, what was it? The printing press forever changed the form in which ideas are spread, perhaps even the very form of those ideas themselves. Also, this is the printing press. Again, the Temple of Space is like a museum, so I get why it would be here. I assume the core thing is above this, well, thing. Problem is, how do I get up there? Use this. Maybe we could use this. Oh wait, there's one right here. Is it up here? Let's see. Oh, it's right across. Okay. We can get to the other side. We can use... Oh, never mind. Honor Traveler, word if you please. I shall spare you the unnecessary particulars. There is a matter in which I require assistance. Some days ago, the eminent Yu Huangyi of Liyue sent me a treasure of extraordinary rarity, yet even now it has failed to reach my hands. I have reason to believe the guardian of this region has intercepted it. Should you find this treasure, I would ask you to recover it on my behalf. Rest assured you shall receive proper recompense. Sure. As we were trying to do, maybe it's in that box, but can I get up here? What is it? What? I remember we know these. Writing notes, yep, wooden painting. Keepers who specialize in throwing elemental cubes. They can quickly transfer elemental cubes to different keepers or directly into the display cases. You can project elemental cubes toward transport type keepers or display cases of various sizes. I wonder if you can like choose what to put around the area then. I mean, we need to extend this bridge so that we can get this. There we go. How do you work? Hold the left mouse button and drag up and down to adjust the launch distance and launch elemental cubes to corresponding display case. Moving your mouse up makes it go. Okay, it changes the trajectory. Oh no, it's the strength. Okay, so pulling down increases the strength, pulling up decreases the strength. I hope this works. Okay, it does count. Okay. Keepers moving, it cannot be something. I know that through these you can actually see Snezhnaya in one of them. The problem is I don't know where that one is. So we gotta follow this and you know, create all of these things. I don't know why we need to keep doing the same puzzle though. So it's reloading slower than last time. This is the underwater fontaine. I guess this area only has 2, maybe? And I also have this one, I'm just exploring instead of doing the quest. Which is fine, maybe we'll uncover some big secret. Or big puzzle. Do you do anything different? Oh, you just straight up don't do anything yet. Okay. Whatever. Okay, where is the next quest? Let's head back here. We can go into the middle. Maybe there's something. Oh, we need to kill you two.
聞く価値もない雨上がり瑠璃の月を打つ行け腹へ清めましょう
You open? You do. Okay, what do you do? Wow, there's so many paintings here. I wouldn't call these paintings. This is Mondstadt. This is New Liu. That tree in Fontaine. Oh, huh? It's gone. Uh-oh, Stenke. Mostly these new enemies are a bit tough. Like earlier we had one earlier. Huh? Did it just switch? Maybe. Yeah, every time you open a chest it switches, or it's a time thing. I think it's every time you open a chest. We have one of those, oh, I guess we gotta create a bunch of these, quote-unquote paintings. How do I get up? It's like, it makes like a money sound, like a ding, ding. Okay, where do we go next? There. It's a Hydra one instead of a Omni Elements one. Oh, I don't need to drag it. I just need to like look around with it. It's only the power that we need to drag. And the next one. That's not the next one. Is it? Doesn't look like it. Can we climb these? We can, okay. Right. Now we use this. I believe this is the last one, unless it like resets and has us do another set of puzzles again. Oh! Mouse. What happens if the keeper sees me putting it in? Nothing. Okay. Sure. Yeah. What do you do? And we're playing Super Mario Galaxy again. This chamber is like Herda with her ult. These mirrors in a spiral. Ah! It's a one-way portal, or one-way barrier. What is you? Deathly silence. Technically speaking, what he painted was not the starry sky. Oh! It's like Van Gogh's painting, but, you know, not exactly. Yeah, I guess it's not a starry sky, it's galaxies, I think. Exit? Let's not land into that again. No, I... Get out. Get out. Okay, so where is the other... Is it under? I think it's above. Gotta head up. You just capture it? We did. Oh my god. Sure. Is there anything up here? Oh, we're getting sidetracked. Maybe. First scroll. According to a priest of the Masters of Night Wind who once held the office, those who wove the woven scrolls are required to keep their eyes covered, at least until the time of their fourth high priest Hanga. It is said that the rule was first laid down by the tribe's founder, the priest King Makan, who's purported to have spent his entire life blindfolded. No one seems to know why he insisted on it. Why the rule was eventually abandoned, however, is much easier to understand. Most people's woven scrolls look like total mess when they try to weave them blind. Ah. Bit of lore in that land I didn't expect. Can we see like the before and after? They all look the same to me. Oh, hi, Kirstine. What an interesting woman scroll. Hello there. You're around. You're new around here, aren't you? What can I help you with? Could you tell me about the area you lived in? Compared to the ages the others speak of, mine was rather uneventful. Rumeria and the Laconite existed only in plays, and the intricate machines of later centuries had yet to appear for another 1,000 years. So if we were hoping I could share some exciting story from my era, I fear it might sound rather dull. As for me, Christine de as really the daughter of a rather ordinary viscount. Even in my own time, our house could hardly stand beside great families like the Petrichors of the Randolphs. About these exhibits. On these exhibits, I've heard they were woven by the people of ancient Natland. I can't say I fully understand them, but they're lovely to look at. It does make one curious though. Why did they develop a tradition like this? In our dear Fontaine, picture books actually appeared later than written text. Miss Vinda, the Madame Stowe winged goose, had never even heard picture books. In her era, pigments seemed to be only used for military purposes. Natland, it truly is a fascinating place. Interesting to see other people's views of another nation from another time. Hopefully I didn't jump to my death. I didn't, okay. Oh, there's a time challenge here, okay. I think there's more, but there's more. I wonder if I'm supposed to use this. Like, does it? Yep, it does put me on a set path. Okay. I thought that was just to like replenish your flight. It's like what that like one Minecraft mob where you like can like see into another portal with those special blocks. Like these to us, like to one side it's glass and the other side is like see view in the world, and we're looking at some place filled with gold and I almost said Egypt. No, it's Sumer. Oh no! Oh, please don't tell me I have to do all of that again. Okay, we're good. Get some water. Let's see. I think this is the Sumeru region. There's a pavilion. Yep, it is Sumeru. Happens. Whoa! Black spike. Is this sort of sand statue? Gotta say, it's pretty creepy. I hope it's not people who are here. Maybe when we liberate the area, these sand statues will stop being sand. I might have to use the animal to uncover that. Petruvius, are you still alive? Is that you? I'll give you the coin King Deshret awarded me, so please tell me it was just a nightmare. Specific areas, Sex can seize the objects made from quicksand and deconstruct them into their original quicksand state. When tapping again to release, these structures can be constructed. Dex uses sand to construct a variety of brand new structures. Dex is kind of OP. You people, I've not seen you around before. There are really still newcomers showing up now. But since Sex is with you, I suppose you're backup. My name is Venipe, and I come from an era where King Deshret's divine form still walked among us. Haimon's the name, and this is Traveler, and our team's got one more member, Zaitlin. We're probably what you consider people from the most recent era. Caitlin, we happen to have an older sister by any chance? Do you know my sister too? Of course, here everyone is friends with everyone. It matters little what station they occupied in their former life. In my day, I was a nobody, just one of many working on King Deshret's mausoleum. I was traveling in the desert one day when I was suddenly plucked from the sands and thrown into the apathic interval where I was for, honestly, less than 100 years. Then once I left and came here, I found a place full of ancients, some from times preceding even King Deshret himself, but we all got along just the same. Later on, the sisters of the deity here told me they hadn't plucked any desert buildings, and asked that I reconstruct them from memory. It's only with everyone's help that we managed to build this place at all, but now look at these ruins. You know, speaking of which, Ron has a question. Those sand statues out there, are those, artworks from the era? You know, from back in King Deshret's day? Perhaps they were created to serve as a reminder of the impermanence of the physical body and life itself? You truly are different from your sister. You must really enjoy reading like the others. Those are people, all of them. They're punished by being turned into sand. Whoa! Don't worry, they're all still alive. Death does not exist here. They'll be restored once the problem here is resolved. Oh wait, didn't you say that whoever saved you would get that coin King Deshret gave you as a reward? How bet it's worth a lot of more. I'm not handing it over. It's my lucky charm. Besides, it's the only thing that I have left to remind me of my old life. Since it's so important to you, alright. Guess we'd be super nice and not press you for payment. We've been chatting for too long. Looks like it's here. We don't have time to stand around talking. Are you at least at the level of a novice Remedian Centurion? There you go again. Papa doesn't even know what kind of standard this is supposed to be. I'm assuming Dex is gonna close the door. Make a wall. We need to build a wall. Push your guard from behind so that Dex can grab its core. Wow, okay. What do you do? Like, which side is this front and which side is this back? Is this the back? Not letting me grab it. Oh. Grab space. That worked. Oof, that was quite something. You're usually at the level of a high-ranking Centurion. Didn't you have your own hierarchy back in King Deshret's day? Well, those scholars at the miHoYo archives have read enough books that their common assessment actually holds up weight. It's nice to be so well read. For instance, on average, the knight serving under Erinius could take on 3 standard Remedian Centurions at once, though they're half a rank below Erinius. Medjay, who served the Crocodile King, wasn't considered exactly an elite fighter, but was highly adept at dealing with monsters, so in terms of rough power level... Alright, let's go see their friends first, but I don't want to know more. We could talk about that later! And VII just despawned. Wait, what does this wall do, aside from blocking that guy? I don't think he does anything else. It does anything else. Okay, what do you do? But we'll be able to get to the upper level once we can fix it. I still don't know what this does. You get up there. Looks like we still have a survivor here. That's Vitruvius. VII, you're still alive. Wonderful to see you. Of course I know that death is not possible here. What I mean is, I'm so glad you didn't turn into sand. Anyway, you know what I mean. Okay. And thanks to all of you and Dex too. I didn't do a thing. VII introduces you all to Vitruvius and recounts what just happened. Incredible! Your strength exceeds even that of a typical Chief Centurion. I mean, we didn't kill it. It was Dex that killed it. Now, even Paimon's interested to see how you actually stack up in that system. Oh, yeah? In that case, I'll take you to the others. After all, VII only provided the pattern work and motifs from the King Deshret's times. I was the one responsible for the main layout and pathways in this area. That's right. Well, this may look like a building from some good old age. It's really the result of everyone's knowledge.
天からの贈り物ね。
Right over here.
ありがたくいただき。
Don't get any closer! You just gonna turn to sand, or might be a bit self-indulgent to worry about my own epitaph. You probably think it'd be ridiculous, but I've actually already decided what mine will be. Please tell my love and Petreopoulos that Petrulius! You turned into sand before he was done speaking. I'm hopeless. I'm actually finding the urge to chuckle out loud at his sad juncture. It's going to be so mortified once he stops being sand. That's a rather optimistic take on the situation. We have a choice to make. Do we deal with that guard first, or search for survivors for as long as we can? What does the game want? Get up for survivors first. I mean, we could probably kill this guy. Oh, I guess we could have blocked that guy first. Whatever. Okay, we gotta keep going up. We gotta use that elevator, maybe? I don't think can I activate that? No. I'm gonna turn off this pillar so that I can just walk more easily. Then maybe I could have climbed it, but you know. Yeah, okay. Looks like we're too late. Everyone here has been turned to sand. That means I can steal things now. Not that other people care. Look, there's one there. Look, there's one up top as well. And once we get this guy... Once we get this thing, we can find him and... Nope. Oh god. We need to, like, reconstruct the ground first, I think. Or not! Please don't turn into sand yet. Please don't turn into sand yet. Okay. What if I get on here? Can I... No. I still can't. What if I hit you? I'm curious. Nothing happens. Okay. I guess we have to deal with you first. We gotta kill the other one. But I don't really know how yet. Oh. Yep. I we should drop something. You're still not safe. Okay. How would I kill you? What happens if we walk into your light? Nothing happens. Okay. Now we can reconstruct it. I guess we have to like grab sand from here or something. Now we can deconstruct you. That'd be Dex and Hilda and our new friends. Thank you all. So I guess Hilda is called Hilda as a full name, or like had a prefix or something. I'm her younger sister, Seelie. I see, the two of you look so much alike. And oh, so pretty. My name is Shama, and I come from, what was I gonna say? Did I wish to then draw Arcana again to become a child? Also, yeah, around when King Deshra is around. Let me introduce this Shama, and Vitruvius' tragic circumstances are revealed. Let's not speak of the epitaph he took thousands of years to come up with. That is beyond absurd. If I hadn't told you, you would never have known. Now that you have, it's going to be hard for me to look for curious in the eye without laughing. Alright, enough small talk. We all come this way, and it doesn't look like we've missed anything. Is there anyone else? I'm afraid not. Then how about we stop folks from turning into sand? Any ideas? We didn't manage to learn much from exploring earlier. After all, what if your desert pavilion is well versed in mystic arts or the sciences? So it seems we're back to the only known method, defeating the Punisher of Gomorrah. That you need not worry about. We have a traveler who has the string of us, Remuran Tribune. Looks like someone's been promoted again. But there's no way to find a Punisher of Gomorrah. It has hidden its form. That is a problem, yes. You know it wasn't easy getting everyone out. How about we leave this place first and get back to the main hall? Historian and Josephus are there too. They seem rather knowledgeable, so maybe they know a way. Ooh, Story's safe too. That's really good to know. He's the most experienced of us all. He's always open to learning new things. If we're talking about anecdotes, history, and culture, he's probably the most knowledgeable person in this world. But let's go now. The earlier we get back, the earlier we can figure this out and save for Truvius and the rest. First, there's a chest here. Wrong one. And another chest there. And more pile there. I'm gonna get that more first. Because I don't know if that chest is gonna give us or get us here. Looks like we can see okay. Oh no, did we lose Dex? Is that Gamora? Official Chronicle Desert Pavilion. Interesting. Don't see anything else aside from this guy. I can't believe it's a trap. I remember there's such another building here before. These look like a simple flip. So I guess Dex is still with us. Wow, how many thought this even going round and round? Be careful, traveler! Like, I need you to tell me to be careful. Ow, ow. Okay, maybe Pama was right. I do need to be careful. It's just trying to trap us, and why is it building all these paths for us? That's gonna disappear. See? A Fars Avian! The apparent leader of the suppression-type keeper is stronger than the average keeper. A closer is destined sees their cores directly, dealing massive damage. After seizing the cores, you have to quickly tap within a short period of time to deal damage to your keepers. Can we even hit it? I don't think we have any means to hit it. What attack? What attack? Ow. Low wall? I don't know why it wouldn't let me build this wall. I think there's like a cooldown. Now's the time. For what? Oh. Oh, we forced it to turn around. Okay. Some of them healed on the ground. Might as well grab them. These guys are a bit tough. Actually, no, wait, they're average. I just hit the wrong guy. Turn him around. And beat its ass. We have 3 cycles. Well, it ran away just like that. Coward! Oh. I actually managed to not fall, I think. Is anyone played Helltaker? Watch out! I'm watching, Paimon. What do you think I've been doing? I mean, honestly, as far as Avian, this is like your least... Ow. Your weakest attack. And you're dead. A lot nicer now. Where are we? Is it all over? Right, it's all over and everyone's been restored. I wonder if they have any chemistry, if you know what I mean. Oh no, I thought this was Vitruvius, but no. What is it? Why are you wearing your lips like that? Are you so moved that Seelie that you have to keep yourself from crying? Kusama, stop to laugh. You're gonna give the joke away. Laugh all you want, I'm only a little embarrassed. Almost faded, as is death, and neither is the laughing matter. Fine, no more laughing. Oh, where's Caitlin, by the way? I have no idea, I was standing outside with everyone else. They were still in each other's arms a moment ago. I told little Scarpa to stop and get everyone back to the main hall, then I left them and came over to you. Erin should still be somewhere around here, in which case she can't have gone very far. This is... an amethyst brooch. Belongs to my older sister and was one of the things in my suitcase that I lost. Ah, I got it now. Nice, that's one taken care of. Must have been placed here as an exhibit from this era. Actually, the reason I started thinking about what to write on my epitaph is because your sister asked about it. Those words weren't exactly things I've been holding in for 1,000 years. For thousands of years, right? Does nobody die here? Wouldn't it be impossible for anyone to leave behind a truly magnificent epitaph then? Given my former status, I could probably be laid to rest at a priest's cemetery alongside branches of silver and white, which would be a tremendous honor, albeit one without any space for an epitaph. In any case, it's a no for me, because I've already written mine. And it says, "Thank you so much." And what about that card of yours? The one from King Deshret's Day? You're still thinking about that? Fine, you can have it once I've finished chanting my 10,000 prayers of penance to King Deshret. This one over here got worked up upon hearing Kishama talk about the king's fall that he actually cried. "You lie! You lie! You lied! Liar! That's impossible!" Honestly, that's far better for a laugh than my epitaph. Yeah, if you're gonna be so grudging with the coin, just forget it. And this is the point where we say we're only here to help Seelie and find what she lost. Probably, yeah, just cause you happen to be here. Thank you, Paimon. Thank you, Traveler. No, you only got dragged into this because of us, so we gotta make this right for you. Such undisguised partiality. I'm truly grateful to you, too. But what I'm grateful for is the chest! Gotta leave the desert pavilion, but we still have 2 cores to pick up somewhere. One's right down here. We have one more over here. I wonder if that's a local legend. Oh, maybe it is because it's a fungus. Hold on, let me hook you up. Okay, what do you say? I'm just spy with this big guy. The big guy? Fungus is in scorched state. Yep, it is the local legend! Gotta use Dendro. That doesn't hit that hard for a local legend. He does have a bit of health, but that's probably because he's in a changed state. Jesus Christ. That's a really long attack cycle. Ow. Okay. Let's come back here later. I know he's here now, so, and you know, we will deal with this later. Maybe not later, maybe like next stream. Oh, we can't leave? I mean, we can leave. You're not stopping me. Right, there's you here. Are you up or down? You're down. You're probably inside the sand pile. No. Ah. You're supposed to, make this pillar solid, but, you know, we have that, whatever this ability is. I believe that's... Oh, there's still that and that over there, and there's... Well, then we were trying to do that, and then we got caught in the cutscene. Some dendro core stuff. Where's the seed? Oh, there's the seed. We got some those nuts as well. If you need these nets. Okay. I think we need one more. There's still one more chest around. And then we should be done with this area, aside from the local legend. Remembering Lusty. Luster? Hardly even know her. Yeah, let's wait for stamina to recharge. And reset. Actually, we don't need stamina. We had 95 particles. I think they should add some particles to that one at the top, because otherwise players might get confused on where to go.
Yeah.
Like if they don't try, some people get too scared to like attempt certain paths. I do that sometimes as well. But I had, you know, I just saw the consequences weren't big, so I had to try it out. And I'm gonna head out. We can finally head out now without. Hopefully without just. Oh, you're here, Astoria. It'd be different from the distant pavilion is now back at the main hall, which is why I hurried here. Seelie, have you found what you were looking for? Yes, I have. Thanks for asking. Splendid. By the way, do you know what the names Belanta and Nihilita mean? Powell will go first. Nope. I think that's the two. Oh, I thought that's the name of the bosses. Yes, they mean melancholy and nothingness, don't they? Sagacious? Most sagacious of you. I believe you, and I shall be even better friends than I was with your sister, since you have the same interests. Yes, my sister is the outdoorsy extroverted type, so before I could read for myself, she used to read to me all the time. Yet, what does melancholy has got to do with something like that? Of course, I speak of pathological melancholy, not the sort of the one above feels when gazing upon our suffering. Did she tell you all that? Frankly, I was agape at the revelations she presented. Frankly, I was agape at the revelations she presented. I wouldn't have thought anyone audacious enough to build a sanatorium atop the site from which the temple spaces had descended. Did you know, it was initially thought that melancholy was a biological ailment. The word itself actually comes from a term for black bile. But subsequently, people came to believe that melancholy was an affliction of the heart. Well, it does take time to get to the right answer. But today, humans have once again discovered the truth. Melancholy is indeed also pathological. Thus, both medication and companionship are vital to recovery. We already knew all that back in my day, the angels had taught us so. But while the songs of the angels and the latter-day animal archon can cure melancholy, the hollow consolations of ordinary folk cannot be expected to work such wonders. What are you trying to say? I shall too have to whisper this, for it is a secret. How would the great one above, who rules over sky and space, name her own creation nothingness and melancholy? They say she lacks the ability to empathize with others. There's nothing she cannot do. Yet she is utterly helpless against genuine futility and the ailments of the human heart. That is why she named her creations the two things she is least able to deal with. Palin gets that. Naming things after enemies you've never beaten makes them sound cool and powerful. Palins would be called No Morad, Hunger, and No Traveler. They all sound weak. I freak I can't keep up with your thousand years worth of wisdom. Wisdom. Bah. I pray for the courage to give this all up and live a real life once more. Can you see what I'm saying? Feel free to come to me if you need anything, even if all you want is to talk about your sister. I will do that. Man, philosophers, am I right? Philosophers, am I right? Jesus Christ, I can't speak. So there's one area left to conquer, and I think I'm gonna end things off here. Yeah, we're gonna leave the last region for next time. The last region, I assume there's probably like one. I wonder if this is Netland themed, given the colors. Yeah. Once we clear this, there's probably gonna be like a upper area for this somewhere. We'll see, or maybe a lower area. But yeah. Aside from the Temple of Space, we do have some. Hold on. We do have a bunch of side quests to deal with. We have one. I think I need to do this. Yeah, we still have some Hexray stuff. These two, I believe, are only unlocked once you have Nefer or Yehoda. This one, I think this could be that as well. No, this is the new area in Mondstadt, yeah. So yeah, we'll do this next time. Until then, as always, be good, be well, be happy, be safe, be nice. Yep. Enjoy the next 24 hours. Yep. I still need to sort out, like, if I should stream on Bilibili. But that's for me to deal with. I'm gonna go heal up. I'm gonna try to do the local legend off screen. I might like look at some guides and do it off screen, and then I'll just show you guys that I've cleared it. Maybe, we'll see. Or like maybe I'll read the guides, and then I'll do the boss fight on stream. Oh, and for exploring enough of the Temple of Space, you get these. I guess I have to finish Temple of Space within this time limit, so I can get the rewards. Oh, and remember to do your homework left side if you're still watching. But not for longer because I'm gonna end the stream, so.